Hi all, hi Peter, hi guys, quite a few guys, so I can't call you out. Clint will be joined us now. I think when he comes on, I'll just make him co-host so we can let all the guys in. So when I get started, Clint won't be interrupted. Are you there already? Oh, brilliant.
Yes, yeah, I am.
Okay, beg your pardon, so you are. Okay, where is he now? Where is he now? I'm doing the wrong thing here. That's better. Just give me a moment, guys. Let you co-host. Where's his co-host here? Co-host. There we are. That's all right, Peter. Clinton's got the co-host now. So, or you do the what you call it, admits, and I do the prating. Prating, I like it. Okay, guys. Thank you. The background is Clinton admitting, guys, coming in. Hey, good to have you, Mika. Good to have you. Hi, Claire. I'm here too nervous but excited, trading on my fiance's account. Oh my goodness, I hope it works out. Otherwise, it might not be a fiance anymore. Ooh, this is pressure, my friend. Serious pressure.
Yep, Roger. You haven't made me host, co-host.
I thought I had.
No.
Okay. Ah, that's better. So I think I made the wrong one. Peter, my mistake. Switch on about now. I clicked on the wrong face there. Beg your pardon.
No.
All sorted.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody, I'm just admitting more now. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, right, now on the same page, trying to do several things at once and concentrate. Right, so it's all yours now to admit the guys. Okay, right. This is, 2:30. We've got to be prepared for the 2:30 release of the data. Some guys don't have this, but I'm going to quickly post that as I'm on the subject. It's the economic calendar. I'm going to post two. A lot of guys won't have this, so I'm going to do that right now. It's very important to keep an eye on it. 180K is expected an increase in jobs in the US, and it's the most important fundamental and normal circumstances during the month. Lately, it could be the CPI. So we'll do the CPI again on Wednesday. Same Zoom ID, same idea. So just put that down in your diary as well for 2 p.m. on Wednesday. I've got the dollar index for you as well. When you're trading, you need to keep an eye on the economic calendar of the dollar index. There you have it now posted. Keep an eye on it. Okay, right. When the data is released, it depends if it's going to be the same as 100K, 180K expected, or either above it or below. Now, the bigger disparity or difference between the expected and the actual, normally, there's no 100% of this business, has a bigger effect on the movement. So at 2:30, there'll be a release of the figures, and it's going to have an effect. Now, people say, what do you think is going to happen? If I had a strong idea what's going to happen, I wouldn't be doing a strategy trade to show how it works. I'll be doing a buy or a sell or something like that right this instant in preparation. You don't know. It's not just whether you think the figure's going to be above or below. It depends how the market reacts. These are too many unknowns to try and get cute with. So to overcome that, we put a buy order above the market and a sell order below the market. And if one gets filled, you immediately delete the other one. If that's as simple as that. And it's a 10 pip above or below. As you see on the screen, I hope you all see it and hear me okay. Okay. Can you see a bit better there? There you are. Don't really want you to have a look at me because my days are looking like George Clooney or well over. And I shouldn't really admit this, but I'm going to be open with you. You'd have a quick fact. I don't like you to see it anyway. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, okay, right. So I'm going to show how it's done. Now, we've got to have the understanding of this by 25 past, because that's the time when you'll be putting your orders in. Not now. I'll show you how to do it, and you put your orders at 25. Make sure, if you can't do it in 5 minutes, maybe put them a little bit earlier. But you've got to have the orders in, and neither of them filled before the release of the data. Okay, so you've got to have the orders in, normally placed, because the market's moving up and down, albeit quiet. The world is waiting for this news to come out. The financial world is, that is. So we don't want either the buy or the sell order be filled before 1/2 past. So we don't want to put it in now because it's a bit early. But we're going to put it in about 25 past. So I'm just going to ask a quick favor there, Clinton. Maybe after 20 past, I'm considering whether to let more people in. I think we can let them in. The only thing, though, is I won't have time to explain the mechanics of it. If they come in late, they're going to miss out. If you can't have time to put in, start a bit earlier. But don't put half the order in, right? The whole lot you put in, and watch what I say. I'll do it a couple of times to make sure you've got the idea. Now, everyone out there's got different amounts of money. So don't ask me what volume. This is a job you need to know yourself. I'm going to tell you right now, it's 80 Rand per 0.0. So if you want to risk 160, obviously put 0.02. 240, 0.03, 320, 0.04, etc., etc. But don't overexpose. But just give the volume is for you to work out at 80 Rand for 0.01. We call it 80 Rand for micro. When you say on micro, it's 0.1. Just be aware of that. It's your job to work out your volumes based on that. Now, never mind end guess right now. We're talking about euro, dollar, placing the trade. Right, this is not a trading room. This is how to place this straddle trade, concentrating on that. To get the euro dollar up, if you want to do another one, that is your choice. If you're going to do the index, it's a completely different. Because the much wider spreads on the index, and it's got to be, unless you've got enough money, the micro, you might not all have that. So let's keep it simple. If it's your first time, do the euro dollar. If you've done it before and you know what you're doing, of course, that's your choice. So we're doing the euro dollar. The spreads are the tightest because it's the most liquid instrument in the world and the most highly traded instrument in the world. So the spreads are tight. It's just over a pip. Quite nice. Okay, about pip and a half. Right. Now, you see the last digit there, the 8 or the 9. Ignore it. Don't worry about it. We're after pips. These are points. 10 points, 1 pip. So this is what it is. 1013, 1014 comes straight on. So, right. What you do then, you get the euro dollar up, and then you double click on the euro dollar and you bring up a new order. See, it says market execution. What we're going to do is we're going to go for a pending order, and it's going to be a buy stop. A buy stop. And then you're going to put the correct volume in. I'm getting 98. I'm supposed to have to work out mine now. 80, it's 10, it's 0.2. So I'm going to put in at 0. You don't copy me. That's my particular one. Okay, you copy me. That's my volume. You do 80 Rand per 0.01. You work your own volume out. And we're going to put in some buy stop 10 pips above the market. The market is 1.015. So I'm going to put in 1.1025. 1.1025, and I'm going to place the order. Just make sure you can see it there. No, if you want to see it, you right click on the chart, and then you see trade levels. 2/3 of the way down, you left click on it, and you'll see it there. And you do it on the 15-minute, and on the 15-minute. Then you go to the euro dollar again, and then you go to sell stop, pending order, sell stop. And this time it's 10 pips below the market. No stop loss, no TP. This is the one hedges the other. So don't worry about the stop loss TP. We're just placing the order. One, not now, I'm showing you how to do it. You won't be placing it. You've got to know how to do it first. Below the sell price, 1002. Is that correct? Yep. 1002, and you place the order. Now you've got an order above the market, okay, and below the market. We don't want either of these two fill before, okay. So don't place it now. I want you to know how to place it, because when it comes just approaching 25 past, you need to place it. So you've got to be on it and know what the hell you're doing. All right, so you place that. Now, let's say the information hits the move upwards. The first thing you do is you go here and you delete it. How do you delete it? Well, I'm expecting you to know how to operate the platform. This is not a platform training. If you don't know how to delete an order, well, you don't. If it's up there, it's quite simple anyway. Do your right click there and just click on delete. Sorry. And just click on delete, and you delete it. So that gets taken in. The first thing, repeat, the first thing you do is you delete the unfilled order, get rid of it. Then, if you're following it up, you can then put your stop loss in the normal way. It's gone up a nice amount. Maybe you can put it in an entry, and then you can just follow it up until either you stop out or just move it up. If it kicks in, there's a big disparity of difference between the expected and the actual. Hopefully, we get a big, quick, fantastic movement, and it can make a very happy Friday close off for the week. We've had a couple of problems yesterday with our trade being extraordinarily different to everybody with the euro trade. I'm surprised at that as well. That should have been an upside. The fundamental point in that direction, it came down. So don't second guess the market. It can do some funny things. So bottom line is stick with it. It's not a buy or sell because we don't know till the card's released. If it's up, there it goes. You cancel that one. Shoots down, you cancel the other one, the non-filled, unfilled order. Put your stop loss in, roundabout entry, depends on the speed of it, and off it goes. The trouble is it might come out as expected. I hope it doesn't, because that means it can get rid of confusion and it can be bloody awkward, actually. It can be disappointing as well. If there's a disparity, that can be good. A big one should be great. If there's a very big disparity between the two, we might get a very big movement. Happy days. Okay, if it shoots down or up, depending on what happens with the dollar. Remember, the dollar weakens, it will go up because the euro is the base currency. It'll shoot up. If the dollar is very strong, it'll shoot down, and because the euro will be on the weak side of it, you click that one, you close that one, and you follow it down. If you look at your DXY, keep it there, and if you see the DXY is falling off rapidly, don't suddenly just jump out of the euro-dollar trade just because you see a bit of profit-taking moving around, a bit of noise, you know. At this point, the DXY is flying down. It might be a little bit of a hiccup, bit of profit-taking, nervous retail guys getting out too quickly, and before another move down. So you got to think about it. You've got to be on it. You might make a couple of mistakes the first time, but if you do the CPI on Wednesday and then you do the next one next month, every month you'll get more practice and better at it. Okay, so you know what your volume is, place the trade, basically what I tell you. I'm just using the example. So now what's happened? And please mute yourself, guys, if you're not interacting. Hell of an irritating. We've got 100 people here. It's really irritating. Please mute yourself. Okay, this is serious. A lot of guys come in soon who want to make a quick buck here. We don't want some chatting about what's happening and nothing to do with it. If you're not interested in this, you're not a part of it, you haven't got here, please let somebody else in. Don't be part of it. Sorry to be stern, but it's wasting mine and your own time and other guys' time. You've got to get stricter on this. This is a business, not a bit of a laugh, yeah? Right, so, sorry, Uncle Rod's the school teacher coming in there. Right, so where are we? Yeah, so there we are. Make sure, if you find it's moving down, you put it now, you can do. You can always move this down and drag it down a bit. What's it now? It's about the same. You can always drag this down a little bit or whatever if you want, but make sure just drag it down a little bit like that. So you can do it a little bit like that, just to keep it sort of 10 pips above, whatever. But don't place it now. I'm just giving you a little bit of a tip there. If you haven't got that, just right click and then left click on trade levels and there. Okay, I'm going to do it a couple more times. We've got a few more minutes. I just need feedback. Don't go into too long bits and pieces on that. It's got to be quick to get new people to understand how it works. So I can't breathe through long chit chats there. So just want to be on the point here. So don't try and second guess or anything like that. Don't know what you think beforehand. Anything could happen. I've been surprised with this, like the euro yesterday. I've seen ADPs, I've seen jobless claims, and the opposites happen. Or it's occurred as expected, and the opposite reaction to the price movement has occurred. So bottom line is just wait to come out and use this straddle technique, 10 pips above and below. Right, anybody not got that? I'm quite happy if you haven't. I'll do it again and I can do it a third time. But if you still don't have it, and I haven't got time to show it a fourth time, watch it out and maybe you'll get it next time. Don't get caught with your trousers down trying to put an entry in. You don't know how you're doing it. And you're half in and half out. And we've had guys when everyone's made a profit doing what we're supposed to do, and actually didn't work out. So clearly they made a right cock up with the mechanics of it. So anybody not do know, I know a lot of guys already do, they've done it before. Anybody's there not know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, please tell me, and then I'll do it again until you've got the crack of it. Very important. So now someone's reached full capacity, a guy can't get in because he didn't come in on time. Unfortunately, he's too late. It's like the theatre. If you come in late in the West End, I don't care what you pay, they won't let you in. It's one of those things. Reply to me, sorry. Now we're being a little bit more strict on this. Teach people to be on time because there's a serious problem with not being on time. 10 pips. 10 pips, Nandi. On Tombi, I mean. Okay. Okay, right. We'll do it again. We've got to move on this because it's getting close. Right. What you do, just a second. Yeah. Okay. Of course, I'll do it one more time. Right. I'm just going to, if this goes up, you delete the other order, right? You delete. If it goes down, you delete this order. Okay, you got to know how to delete. If you don't, well, you should. You don't trade. You don't do anything without going to platform trade. You do. That is the #1 priority. Okay, so that is an absolute must. If you can't place an order, you can't modify. You can't operate the platform. It's like being a car mechanic and not being able to change gears. Okay, right. So you go the 50-minute chart, a bit nicely zoomed out, not that far, but a little bit zoomed out, see what's going on. And you go to the euro dollar. Double click on it for new order. It says you work out your volume, 80 Rand, 80. You might want to put that down, Clinton, on the live chat so they can see it. 80 Rand per micro, so they can work out the volume. There's no point asking me, I don't know how much money you got. And I can't individually work out for 100 people their volume. That's their job to work out what they want to spend. 80 Rand a micro, right? I put mine in, ignore that. That's mine. Then you put in 10 pips. Sorry, wrong one. We've got to go to market execution, pending order, and then we change the pending order to buy stop. Then you put your volume in and your price. The price is 10 pips above the buy or the buy order here. There. 1.1025. Check it, don't rush it. That's why we're putting a few minutes beforehand, so don't rush it. 1015 order, 1025, 10 pips above. Great. Place the order. Then you go to the euro dollar, another order, no stop, no TP. Put in your volume, sorry, and before you put in your pending order, sell stop, check your volume is correct, and then you put in 10 pips below, 1.1004. 10 pips below the sell, 10 pips above this one on the buy, 10 pips below this one on the sell, and you place it. There you can see a order below, a order above the market, yeah, and that's how it works. Once the news has come out, if the buy order is triggered, you immediately cancel, you delete, get rid of the sell stop. Please, guys, still don't seem to get this. If it shoots up and takes this order in, that order is filled, you cancel this one. If it shoots down, and that order on the short is filled, you cancel the long. Don't forget, don't leave an open pending order in the market. Okay, no stop loss TP. Now, let's say it comes out and it favors the dollar, strengthens, it'll shoot down. You delete that, and then if you want, you can put your stop loss in, 10.5, it's gone down about 30, 40 pips, maybe put your stop loss maybe 40 pips away from entry, and then you can modify your stop loss. If you got it on there, you can actually just click on it, hold the thing down and drag it up or down if you want, or just go down here and do it in your stop loss down there and double click and modify it in the normal way. Okay, you with me on that? Okay, so don't forget, work out your volume, buy stop, sell stop, no TP, no SL, delete the unfilled order after the release and write it down. Okay, and then hopefully it'll make a nice profit. Once it's all done, it's quiet down after the first 4 or 5 minutes. We'll have a bit of a discussion after to see how you did and get it right. And if it goes well for you, we'll be doing this twice a month. First Friday every month is an on farms, and normally following Wednesday by CPI, but you will be updated. Hope we're all good. Margin is not margin, no, not the margin. it's the risk. The margin, it's not the margin, Clinton. It's the volume. It's 80 Rand, but risk to 0.01. That is your risk. If you want to, Andrew, and you know what you're doing, you can. If you want to, absolutely. There's a lot of you guys in here, so we're not confusing the different stuff here. So yeah, right. This is important. Stick to euro dollar. If you experience trade, you want to do the gold, the Nasdaq, or you want to do, I don't know, whatever you want to do. That's your choice, as long as you got the mechanics correct. If you're doing the NAS, it's not 10 pips. There's a 15 pip spread there, so you need to be 25 above and below on the NAS. But if you're doing it first time, do this one. Don't get cute in your first time. Okay. It's quite the same for principle. Make it 80 bucks. Okay, it's not the margin. The margin is completely different. It's the risk is 80 Rand. So if you've got, let's say, 1,000 Rand, you shouldn't be in here if you've got less than 1,500, 2,000. You've got 5 Rand, you shouldn't be in here. You're holding other people up who can't get in because you're wasting your time with 500 Rand anyway, to be horribly honest. It's just too small to really play with properly to give yourself a chance. Remember, small money, you can't diversify. All your eggs are already in the basket. After trade, you can't go into that being overexposed. You're trying to run in a walk by walking. You've got to have the capital, you've got to have the knowledge, you've got to have the right equipment to be successful in anything. And this is no different. It's a business. Just bear that in mind. But whatever, I'm just making you aware. Okay, hope you've all got that now. Okay, 80 Rand, buy stop, sell stop, 10 above and below. If you're going to do gold, well, you have to work something out because it's not pips, obviously. Maybe $1 above and below, something like that in gold. 25 above and below on the NAS. Don't do the Dow for this one. If you do and you experience, do what you bloody well like. That's your choice. You know what you're doing. New guys, stick with the program. Euro dollar. I don't place them yet, but we'll be placed with a couple of minutes. Give it a couple more minutes. We place them. Have we all got that now? Not sure I'll have quick time to do it all over again because it's coming close. Hope you've all got it. If you haven't, watch it and we'll do it again next time. Don't forget, there'll be other opportunities. No need to panic. Don't you panic and get half the trade in and you're not quite sure what you're doing. We've had people, we're doing okay so far with this, and I've asked people, everyone done okay? Everyone said no. And I've asked them, what the hell did you do wrong? So we can iron out the problem. They didn't respond. If you don't respond, we ask you what's doing wrong. We can't iron out the problem. You've got to be forthcoming, respond. Help me to help you, bottom line. Okay. I am going a little bit quicker now because this thing can move. This is not something, but everyone old enough to remember the old Castrol advert, but no, this is where you've got to be on it. I don't know what's going to happen, but if there's a big difference between the expected figures and the actual, this thing's going to move. So just be on it. Okay. All good? Give it another minute and then make it 24 minutes past. Then you can start putting your orders in. And for God's sake, I doubt it's going to be filled. Look how slow it is. The world, especially the euro dollar world, is waiting. That's why it's come to a grand. Look at this. You put on the 1 minute. Look at this. Not much is happening because it's everyone's just waiting for this information. So where's it now? So that's the reason why. So yeah. Wait for 24 minutes past. You can start putting your orders in now. I haven't got time to show you again. If you don't understand, do it next time. Okay, but don't do it half cocked. And be on it. You've got to be alert. The adrenaline must be going because this thing may move. If you got the DXY first posted earlier on, that's great. Then you can watch that dollar move as well. Don't jump out if the dollar keeps on down. It might be a little bit of a movement. It might come back a bit of profit taking and then continue in the right direction. Just put my name in here. I want you all to join the trading group, by the way, because the trouble with getting people are making too many mistakes that can be fixed. Support this because they're not attending that, and it's a pity. Trading support. Yes, you can put the orders in now. What's app number 061 529 3431. There you are. You can make a note of that. After you put the order, so this is don't worry about this. Just get this thing sorted out first, and worry about my number afterwards. And then enjoy the trade room. I'm nice to give you advice, etc. But please, not on demos and not on guys with a few $100. If you had a few $100 rand, you should be here anyway, because this is only for guys who've got some money to make use of this. But I can assist you, and I implore you to come to the trading room, because then you'll iron out mistakes that can be ironed out. It's tough enough with the markets doing some funny things without making basic mistakes, which we can iron out. You discuss economic fundamentals, strategies, trade ideas. A lot of trade ideas come from the trade room. You get posted to you. So why not get it from the horse's mouth? That's the margin, quite correct. But it's 80 rand. That's actually sure about it. Beg your pardon. Forgot your maths is good. Beg your pardon. Just didn't want people to get confused. I get your point now. Just coincidentally, it just coincided with that. Get you now. Hope we're all good. Because if it works out well, you're going to see some interesting stuff. I hope it does. We've had a couple of disappointments where it's been the same as expected. I don't want to be the same as expected. I want to be differential. Bigger the better. People around the world now won't be taking calls. They'll have Bloomberg in the background waiting for the figures. So here's a little tip, guys. Don't phone your broker on non-farms a few minutes before action time. He won't take the call. He won't be rude. He won't take it. And if he does, be rather surprised if he's much of a broker. Not sitting front watching the non-farms. I question that broker. Often referred as a job report, by the way. I've got two screens. I've got chart on my right, and on my left, I've got the DXY, which is the dollar index. See how that happens. Often referred as a job report. Unless you're interacting, please just keep it down there. Otherwise, I'll have to mute everyone. And watch it. Make sure if you got yours, neither of them are filled. Around a bit. Make sure neither of those orders are filled. Couple of minutes to go. Let him in now. He can't, unless he knows what he's doing. You haven't got to explain the mechanics. Move that down, attach. Down, attach. With it 09, make it on the dot. Good. You need to be a bloody surgeon for this, eh? To be fair, actually, some guys, Brian, not Brian, that's not a problem. Some guys will lose internet and have to come in again. It's not very right, to be fair. Another 40 seconds, guys. Just make sure none of them are filled. Don't suddenly get filled now. Wait till half past. Right, delete the opposite order. Delete it. I've just deleted it there. What's the distance? It's only 12 pips. What did it come out at? Just a second, it figures it should be on there. Came out 253, way above expected. Way above. So it strengthened the dollar. That's why it's come off, because the euro is the base currency. So it's 253 came out, 180 expected. The dollar has strengthened. So let's see if we get a bit more. I'd like to strengthen a bit quicker on that, but let's see. I've seen 150 pips within 30 seconds, 20 seconds of opening. So yeah, all right. What's the distance? 21's a bit close, but I think you can maybe, yeah, you can put your stop loss in now. You can put your stop loss in at it can make break even. You make it break even. Put your stop loss in at break even, so you cannot lose on the trade, and follow it down. You might get some more out of it. I hope to get a bigger movement, but at least we got some. Jumping around a bit, let's look at the DXY. DXY is coming off a bit, so maybe stick with it. Might a bit of profit taking. There's millions of people out there, high-speed traders getting in and out. Just hope you don't get stopped out in the movement. It's not a big leap, it's quite disappointing actually. I see far bigger leaps than that. The disparity was enough to, I'd hope for at least a 50 pip move. Quite disappointing, as a matter of fact. That's why it's so unknown out there. You've got to wait, see what happens. Hope you're not going to get stopped out now. Shit, you might get stopped out now. At least you didn't lose on it. If you're still in, run with it. I think it's still going to come off a bit more. Some might have quickly taken it because they're so pleased to make 20, 30 pips now in about 20 seconds, you know. CPI might have a bigger movement, get a disparity, because that is, at the moment, Norm is the number one. The CPI has been actually more critical in the last 2-3 months because of the inflation problem in the West and America, Europe and America, I mean. It didn't get stopped out, maybe it was a bit quick, and maybe had a wider stop in hindsight. I just want to protect the new guys, so at least you don't make a loss. So at least you haven't made a loss, you got stopped out. But don't chase it now. If you're in still, fair enough. I haven't put mine in, I'm going to watch it, but I've done this before, so don't worry about me. Well, that's all right, but I trust that was your real account. That guy said before, checked it didn't happen. And it wasn't their demo. This is not for demos, this is for live. Come with a demo, you shouldn't be here. Holding people. And it's kidding yourself on the demo as well. This is where you got to do the real money things. Let it settle down a bit so you can get some more action. Somebody said, can I place a trade now on my leg? Well, clearly you're late. That's why I have it 2 o'clock, not 2:30 to start the session. No, you can't place a trade now, it's too late. See, the reason it's 2 o'clock is because it means it's 2 o'clock, not bloody 2:45. So anybody new arrivals, mate, well, hello and hi, we can't do anything about it now. Not really, Marina, this is disappointing, this is squat. For despair like that, I was hoping at least a 50 pip movement continuing. That's actually disappointing. Okay, good man, Dirk. You're out already. I'm hanging on a little bit longer for you guys. But yeah, I might get a bit more. The dollar's coming off a little bit. It's disappointing. If you're not used to it, it looks like a lot. I remember it's a 50-minute chart, not a day chart. So it's exaggerated a bit because of a short time chart. But I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed to get a bigger movement around. Expect the CPI to be a bigger movement. We get a disparity like that in the CPI. Tell you right now, that thing's inflationary and the CPI, because of the fear of inflation, you'll get a big movement on the dollar strengthening. And it's a good time to do it on this one. Be there for Wednesday. That's why I don't do the Nasdaq, because at this point, you've got to move 25 to get your fill. Thank you for that compliment. Aubrey, thank you for that. That's the point, Marnie. Marius. That's the point. But I'm too worried about you there, Marius. You've done this before. You know, I'm more worried than you guys. The last thing you want to do is they get a loss on their first trade doing this. At least they haven't done that. And they make a profit. That's a nice bonus because they can see the potential. Marnie, I presume you're out. Good start. When you're more experienced, you're going slightly bigger than you normally would in your normal equity management, because most of the time it's in your favor. So if you're used to risking, let's say, £1,000, maybe you do this, you can knock it up to 1,500 rand and benefit from it. But that's for experienced people. You guys just walk before you start running. But I hope it'll whet your appetite to join us in the trading room and start really getting the practical knowledge going. Because there's far too big a percentage of people trading in a quite a complex market where they don't really know enough to don't know anything basically. That's half the time. And it's you need to know these basics. We can iron them out in the trading room, guys. I'm not heavily pushing it, it's for your sake. And my ratings, aha. If you're still in the trade, a good idea, Dinio. You can put a stop loss in if you haven't already. What's it now? Make it make it around 1.1. There you are. 1.1000000. 1.1. Okay. Good question there. And follow it down. If it starts going further down, I'm a bit worried on the DXY. It's not really responding as much as I like. Start going further down, then fair enough. You can cut your position as well. I'll show you how to do that. You have to close. I'll cut some of my position now. I'm going to go down a bit more. I'll do it anyway. What the heck? Where's my euro dollar? Here we are. You can cut your position by going to volume, and I'm going to put in 0.1. I'm going to cut in half my position, 0.1, and then close. So half is banked, and I'm left with a half there. Right? Now I'll put the stop in. I'm going to put it, like I said to you, I'll put it 1.1. I'll run it down a bit. Don't worry about me too much. I'll put it in for you because I showed you. There we are. 1.1. Got a stop loss in it. I will take a loss if it gets hit. Get a little bit more out of the way. You will take a bit of a loss if it hits there. But if it continues down a bit, not that blue line, ignore us. Ignore that blue line there. If it comes up a little bit more, then I'll just, what I'm going to do then is either close it or modify this guy. You can modify it by holding on and dragging it down if you want to modify that way. Like I said before, if you haven't got it appearing in front of you, right click on the blank part of your chart, and then you click on trade levels and it'll appear in front. So don't forget, you can partially close or cut your position. Don't close the entire one unless you've got one micro, then you've got no choice. Any questions? Again, the feedback, most of the guys done before, to be fair, out with a nice profit. Any of the new guys, how are you faring? Guys who haven't done it before. I need feedback. I need to be forthcoming. I don't want to drag it out of you. I'm trying to help you. What's the feedback from guys who've actually done it now for the first time? Then we can discuss and take it from there. It's the first time for you, Andrew. Oh, right. Okay. You can go a bit bigger when you got the hang of it. You traded a bit before you normally would. So if, let's say, your risk profile is 1,000 trade, maybe you can get up to 1,500. That's, yeah. Pietro, you get an idea. It's okay. You probably went in slightly underexposed just to get the confidence going. That's fair enough. But you lost nothing, Claire, but never mind. That's the point. You did it, and that's fine. But Barzo, first time, nice profit. This is what I like to hear. Some good feedback there. Okay, Michael, what Michael done before? Good thinking there, my friend. I'll stick to your dollar going forward. That's your choice. 50 pips. No, don't have to mention money. It's the 50 pips that counts. A guy with £1,000,000 might say, I made 200 Rand. Well done. But I mean, you know, that's tiny. Gold's doing beautifully. You're on gold. Fantastic. Fantastic, Claire. Now, she only broke even, didn't lose. First time she did it, but she's positive about it. She can see the potential. That's it. This is not the once and only time. To bear that, hang on, be a little bit careful. The dollar suddenly shot up. Why the hell is that? Dollar shot up suddenly. Why is it so? Of course, yes, it's the dollar aspect. Yeah, because it's red for a minute. Suddenly the dollar index responded. Bloody took its time. Now, hold on to it. It's looking good. The dollar at last has woken up on the dollar index. And a big part of that dollar is the euro dollar. Why so supply is lagging? You've been hovering around now, shooting up. We're trying to cut the position now. But anyway, I'll show you how it's done, but never mind. So it's doing okay now. So run with it. Now, what's the distance? I might modify my stop to break even now. What's the distance here? A bit close, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to show you how I can do it. There we are. There, break even now. So at least I take a bank one profit. I've got half my position left. See how that goes. I'm glad you made it here, NK. We'll discuss GBP CHF another time. I'm a bit worried about that. I don't know why it's going up. Quickly shoot over there, not on that side. I don't know what that is, because I still think the trade was right. I don't know why it's taking that out, but I'm sticking with it. There's my stop, so there, so be it. Yeah, if you're comfortable with it, it's about your risk profile and how you're mentally comfortable with it. Absolutely, Marnie. And I'm not trying to blow wind up your backside, but you're pretty bloody good at this. So I have no problem with that. You see, I know the names of the people. I've met them, but we get to know each other, guys. It's like a family. Join us in the trading room. It's not a once-off class, a forum where we build up trading marines, we call ourselves. It's an ongoing process. Another little point here, if you can't make it for the times at work or whatever, go to the portal, scroll down the menu to social media, and they're all recorded on YouTube there. Times and the days, so you're not going to be out of date. Just bear that in mind. Yeah, Petra, you can do that. You'll have more confidence next time. On Wednesday, you'll have more confidence. Okay, so the bottom line is still in and you got your stop at break even, you can relax a bit because you're protected. The major thing in this business is the equity management. Look after the downside, the upside look after itself. I think you spent definitely, I'm just teasing because I'm the world's worst at typos. I'm a one fingerprint typist. My brain goes a little bit quicker than the finger, unfortunately. So when I'm teasing, it's of course it's a typo. Yeah, I do all the time. It's like me going up to Lynn and saying, I don't like your hairstyle. Should turn around and say, you got a right one to talk. At least I got hair. Okay, Mabaza, you did okay. Anybody, be honest, don't be embarrassed. Please don't be embarrassed. Any make a cock of it. Anyone sort of took a loss in it, don't know why. And then we can iron out so you don't make the mistake again. Anybody, please, if you don't put your hand up, you can't learn from it. Rather make some money and then be a bit embarrassed and, you know, not say so and, you know, do it again.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
You most certainly made that, Anna Marie.
Okay. When you said close the opposite trade,
yeah,
I clicked on the one at the top with, you know, right click, like to close it. And then suddenly I had nothing going. I had no trade going. They both disappeared. But I did the stuff, but I had no loss, but I had no winnings as well.
You didn't, that didn't happen. Clinton, why does that happen? If you close, you should have two place trades there. You pick the one you want to close, and you close and leave the other one. That's never happened to me before. Clinton, I'm no pressure here, Clinton. He's the one that's pretty jacked up here on the platform. Why do you think that is? Because I'll be honest, I have no idea why that happened.
Yeah, Roger. So the reason why it could happen is when you work on the chart itself, a lot of times it will accidentally delete both pending orders. That is why if I close a pending order, for instance, I do it on the trade tab itself.
Okay.
Trade that, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, on the-
Okay, maybe that was the reason. But my husband did well. Thank you. He
Oh,
did
great.
well. Yes.
Okay, great. Sorry, Clinton, I missed that. Sorry, wait to finish. And Reed, go for it. I'll ask out.
No, next time I'll do what Clinton suggests. I won't try to click on the chart itself.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right. So just go down to there. You see the placed orders there. Just delete them. Make sure you're the correct one. Don't delete the wrong one now.
Yes,
Anyway.
like usually, but today I was being clever and I did it on the screen itself. I won't do that again. Oh my goodness, I have to learn and learn every day. How
But
old
you
am
didn't-
I? Be 80 by the time I know everything.
Aha. But listen, I heard that cackle in the background. You know what that cackle is? That's your
Yes, it's
insensitive-
my husband.
I know it. It's your insensitive husband, Dirk, who's taking the mickey because he made some money. This is a way to get back at him, Anne-Marie. Say to him,
Yes.
right, you're buying the meal tonight, not me.
Yeah, he must. He
First
must.
time.
Yeah.
My
Aha.
husband says it's the first time he made some profit.
Aha. Good stuff.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I'll see you Monday morning. Have a good
Great. No,
weekend.
sorry, Anne-Marie, before you go, you did make a loss, did you?
No, I made nothing.
Okay.
No loss, no
If I
profit.
made nothing and then a loss, so that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, that's better.
The volume was wrong with Cal against my margin. Okay, so you didn't lose Festus. So I'm moving on to Festus now. I take you didn't lose. You just made a bit of a mistake there on the mechanics, and you know how to do it next time. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Everything
Okay.
is fine now.
Yeah,
Okay, see you Monday.
See you
Bye.
Monday. Sorry, Festus, you did make a loss then. You just got it wrong there. And you know how to do it for next time. Is that correct? Anybody there make a loss on this?
Sorry, Roger. I didn't make any profit or loss. Simply my trade never picked up because the volume was more than the margin that was available in the account. So
you didn't
so,
work with it, okay. So
yes,
you know when you went wrong.
but
you
I
how to
I
do
fully
it.
understand how to do it now.
Perfect. That's what I want to hear. Brilliant.
Yes.
You didn't make a loss. You know how to go forward. Now the
You know, I
dollar
made-
Go on.
Yeah, I made a mistake with you see the detail that was given there for how much is the margin required for 0.01 volume.
Yeah.
My account is 1 to 100, but then I had mine is I think 1 to 100, but I had used the calculation based on 1 to 500. So I made a mistake with the margins there.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
At least I know
But-
the difference. Fantastic.
but I got
Thanks
it.
for your
Yeah, I
response.
got it. Thank you.
Brilliant. Now, guys, just to move on, I'm assuming then the feedback you're all good. If you're not, please tell me. So I'm going to jump to Brian now. If you're still in, might as well, if you're protecting your stop loss, stay there. Because the dollar strengthening, you're giving a bit of profit taking jumping here, but the dollar is just strengthening. If you go to your DXY, I've given you the link. Brian will have it already because he's a member of the trading room. He comes in regularly. He'll have it there. The dollar is still going up. So I think it's a bit of a profit taking movement here for maybe another move down. So I'm going to leave that there. Can't lose on the trade. So why am I to get out? Let it go. I've already banked half of it anyway, so it'll make a profit, whatever happens. And it might come off a bit. So if you're in the gold or whatever you're in, and it's flying you, US dollar, yen, whatever you want to do, and it's flying to you and you're protected, why jump out? Run with your profits. I keep saying in the trading room, guys are taking their profits too quick and they're riding their losses. Hope it's going to come right. That's the way to trade to the poorhouse. Run with your profits, maximize. If you get stopped out, well, you haven't lost. You might make a decent profit out of it. Okay. Okay,
Hey,
Pete.
mate.
Thanks. Sorry, one second. Thanks, Pete. I hope you made a couple of bucks and captured it.
Yeah, mate.
Go on, Ken. Yeah.
Yeah, when you said we move our stop loss to the entry, I did that. And then for the first time, I got stopped out. But as the price went higher than the stop loss, I went back in again.
Yeah,
And
right. You're
I
experienced.
made my profit.
You're quite right, Ken. I totally agree with you. But that is you because you've done it before. You know what you're doing. I can't suddenly jump at people who've done it first time They're going blind, parrot fashion, and doing it, comes mixed up, and then it's remorse. I want people who start, a lot of guys on the earth start to walk. We don't get him running. You're a runner. That's 100%. I'm more than happy. Well, bloody done. Because you experience your thinking your feet, that's great. David, for instance, is learning. Ken, you've been around a bit, so that you're a regular in the TR and rest of it. And I would have done exactly the same as you, to be honest. But I can't advocate that to beginners because they'll come in half-cocked and get more advanced information to begin. And then they get confused. Rather do one step at a time. Try and encourage them to come to the TR and Buckley says hone their skills and to get better at it. We want to get to the stage where the only unknown factor is what that damn market will do, because that can confuse everybody. I don't care if you live to near 1,000, it still confuse you at times. The euro trade yesterday was sent out, it confused me. I still don't know how that happened. The euro increased interest rates, which strengthens the currency. The President Lagarde, she's the chairman of the president, beg your pardon, of the European Central Bank, sticking with a hawkish view, which is therefore is good for the euro. Why the euro came in, I still don't know. This can happen with the market. You can't blame me, you can't blame yourself. These are unknown factors. There's millions of people out there. My only theory when something happens is a large amount of people now, amateurs going in, misread information, and the sheer volume of getting it wrong push the price in that direction, because that made no sense. And there's a lot of clever guys out there who trade with us, and they're also scratching their head. It's on Bloomberg and guys like that scratch their head as well. So be careful, some daft things happen. But we don't want things happen where you don't know how to modify, close the wrong position. Things you can iron out, that's what we will iron out in the trading room for you. Okay. Okay, good stuff, guys. It's getting near the 3. You probably protected those still in. Well done that guys took a profit. I'm glad it went well. CPI next week will be updated as per normal. If you got to 2.5 grand or more, $150 or more, you got my number. I'll write it down again. I'll upload you to my VIP group. It's a WhatsApp group. You get signals, etc. Plus, on top of it, I post stuff, and this will be posted up for you. So you'll have that advantage, and you'll get daily economic updates. So rather have some money in your accounts to try and encourage people to take this seriously and have correct capital. There's too many people undercapitalized, and therefore, by definition, they're going to be continually overexposed. And half the time, they can't get into trade ideas because they just simply don't have enough capital. So that's what we want them to do. Do it properly. WhatsApp, remember? Just 1 second. I'm just going to put this on for guys. So we got it again. 3431. Remember, 2,500 rand or 150 or more. Let me know. WhatsApp me, and I'll upload to my VIP. You were saying, go for it.
No, I was saying that I also went into gold. Do you advise I hold, or do you think the dollar will still strengthen?
Okay, the dollar strengthened had the opposite to gold. That's right. So if the dollar strength, gold will come off. If the dollar weakens, gold go up. Normally, I mean, not always the case. The fear factor all the time. As the dollar is still strengthening, it's still pretty strong, and you're protected on your sell. I presume you deleted your buy order. Yes. I don't know what price you got in at, 2030 or something. Get your stop down. What price do you get in at? What price do you get in at?
I actually got an error on the app. I think it because I had it open the whole day, so I had to close it and open it again, and I only caught the trade on the second candle. So the price I have is 2021.26.
Right. Put your stop on it at 2020 and let it run.
2020. Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Make it. No, hang on. Make it 2018. 2018, and then at least come out with a couple of bucks if you get stopped out. If it continues down, you get a big smile. Okay.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, good stuff. Good question. Good one. Don't like Clinton's. He's not as handsome as me, Farney. No point getting his number. Go for the best, the most handsome guy on the planet, myself, eh? Poor old Clinton. We know each other well. Okay, don't worry about that. We're both old toppies. He calls me Urum because I'm older than him.
And bolder, I mean blessed.
And bolder. I'm more blessed than you. true. I'm more blessed than you. Aha! A bit of interlinguistic pun, they call that. There you are. That's me being very smart. It's nice to have a grin going in to make a couple of bucks before the weekend close. Okay, and don't forget your Glenfiddich or whatever, your single malt. Don't have that handy.
No, all right, gentlemen. No, thank you very much. Clinton, al hoekom ek met jou wil praat is ek kry nie my trade levels sien. Ek het gister met support gepraat op on the graph itself.
Yes,
And then chart helped me, and all of a sudden I had to reboot the computer, and now everything disappeared again. And I just cannot understand, even if I click right and I get down, that I cannot see it no matter what.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll quickly, I sent you the number. So just send me a screenshot on that if possible, and I can quickly see if I can assist you.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks a million. Thank you. I'm sorry to bug you now on a Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's a bit wrong of Clinton, this, by the way, Farney. He hadn't told you. Anytime after 2:30, he goes into overtime, and it's quite expensive. I think it's only fair he charge R1,000 an hour to help you. I didn't mention it, but I think you need to be aware of that. Okay.
No, great. But in the meantime, I'm so joyful. I will trade him for a double on a single malt.
Okay, that's even better.
Thanks.
Okay. Good stuff, guys. Okay, great. It's nice to end on a nice, cheerful banter note. And yeah, see how it works out, and catch you, those who can. I hope you can make it to the trading room. Catch you Monday morning as per normal. Go well, guys, and great. You've all done well. I'm happy to hear that. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Just say for the weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers now.